Welcome to Your Known Unknown, where Source and I will shed some light on what's unknown for you. So, happy new moon in Sagittarius. And with that, let's pull some cards. Pull some cards for the day. I have Eight of Wands. It's a movement card. Quick movement. I have a Two of Swords, which is a decision card. Choices. Kind of like interesting choices though. Like you have choices. Maybe not facing your choices. Four of Wands. Celebration card. And on the bottom of the deck we have the Princess of Cups, which is dreams. See, today you might have a choice to make. I think it's funny when tarot readers pull cards. They're like, Eight of Wands, you might have a number 8 in your life. And it's like, movement, somebody might literally walk today. It's so stupid. No, but really though, there's movement can mean a lot of things. Today, movement means physical movement, which in turn allows some mental movement. Emotional, spiritual, mental, etc. Could play a part into why there's decisions to be made. Maybe you're going to be moving around. Alright? Hey, you know what? No influencing aside, maybe you don't move around. You intuit these. This is movement. Number 8 is a strength card. Wands are action cards. Like you're feeling good today. You're feeling, it's like you've been at 50%. Today you're hitting another quarter notch at 75%. You'll never be 100%. You know that. You're okay with that. But you know that. You also know that most people only operate at 50% or less. So you are okay at 51%. You are okay at 70%. You are okay at 90%. You're even okay at 40%. You know you're allowed to sometimes. There's a difference between what you know and what you want. What you want is that 110% 24/7 all the time, and you want it to be easy, but you don't get ease with that. You do get ease with that, but you don't. It's not easy. It might not be for you. I take all that back. It could be for you too. Let's see here. Four of Cups. Don't mind me real quick. I'm just making sure we're getting the right interpretations here. Come on. Yeah. There's some transitions happening. Interesting. Thank you for being patient with me on that one. So, 8 of Wands, 2 of Swords, 4 of Wands, 4 of Cups, 7 of Cups, reversed. Fuck me, man. Well, all right. So, a lot's coming from whatever you got going on today. There were no major arcanas until the last pull. In the last pull, you got the Star card and the Wheel of Fortune card. You also got the 4 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands, all in one pull. And all of these came off of the Celebration, which is 4 of Wands card as well. So, I'm getting something very important today, something you have been thinking about, something that you have had on your mind, and honestly were too afraid to execute. I don't want to say afraid because it's not like you're afraid, it's like you didn't know, so why would you? Kind of energy. Like, there's this interesting side of this particular person that I'm talking about, or people. I think it's person. It's like there's this fire inside of a human being, right? That's passion. And this particular person gave out that flame a long time ago, it feels like. And they're not driven by the same humanistic tendencies that most people are. They're driven by logic. They're driven by mind. They're not driven by emotion. They're not. This person has understood that the emotions that they felt have been strong. So strong that it's like staring into the sun. You can't see any definition. So it's like you've been doing it for so long now, it's blind, and it's a very inaccurate energy. Your emotions are so deep and so loud and vivid, you've only really been able to distinguish like what you like and what you don't like. And even with that, it's still situationally. It still happens situationally. So it's like this decision that you've been afraid to make. You haven't been afraid to make it. You've just been like, I'll make it if I have to. I'll make it when I have to. Which can kind of be a little immature, but it works. It works. It works. It has worked. Whatever this mindset is has worked. It might not be your favorite, which I'm kind of getting on this one here too. I feel that with the Four of Cups. I feel that. I felt it with the Eight of Cups, but that's not what the Eight of Cups is saying. Let's see. Oh, shit. Cards flying out. And I think that now, like, this has kind of come down to the line being made, decisions being made. A decision doesn't have to be a decision, too, or a choice. Maybe you're not even presented. It could just be. It could be something even like, you're supposed to take a right turn, so you take that right turn. In all actuality, you always had the choice to take the left turn too, but you never really thought of that. You've always gone right. That's the way home is, right? So you're going right again, and that's the choice you make. Son of Pentacles, the Death card, dude. All right. All right. Getting very. I keep hearing these specific messages, but like I don't want to project, It's funny, I feel like it projects a lot of the time. So we have the Son of Pentacles, which is kind of like a Prince of Pentacles offshoot, Death card, and Seven of Cups reversed. Sorry. I'm gonna double check this real quick, just because. Yeah. You think a lot. You persevere. You definitely are a perseverer, but kind of sick of it, aren't you? You're kind of beat up, aren't you? You're kind of tired of it, aren't you? Aren't you? And I get it. Yeah, it's exhausting being, especially when you're a feeler. It's tough to not feel. You would probably understand that it's almost impossible to not feel. I think that this death card kind of sitting right in the middle of this whole reading is what's up. It's all kind of really being focused around the imbalances as well that are happening with that mentality of persevering. Like, you have a lot of choices. There's a lot of things you can do. You can do anything, but you cannot do everything. And that's just the unfortunate of life. But that's the okay of your decisions. It's like you've understood past lives and you're letting that affect you this life. You've understood reincarnation. You've understood quantum theories, law of attraction, law of detachment, all of it. You've understood all of it. And you're letting it apply to you as much as you're applying it to this. And again, you can't do everything. You can do anything. So you have to pick. You gotta find what you want to do. You're going to make these decisions, and you're going to tackle them with your head held high as best as you can. Yeah. I just pulled out a card. It was the Emperor. And again, resilience. I'm hearing, don't be patient anymore. I'm hearing, don't be patient anymore. You get to take control of your own life. However you want that to be. I think that is the choice you get to make. I think you're making the right choices that allow you the space and the quantum space to be able to make these other choices that you're making right now. Your choices in life aren't, what kind of shoes do I want to buy? What do I want to do with my hair? It's not those kind of choices. You make karmic choices. The choices that you make from this, like the type of person that I'm seeing right here, doesn't make mundane decisions. These aren't decisions like, what do I want for coffee? What do I want to eat today? What do I want to wear tomorrow? It's not stuff like that. It's, who am I going to be? It's, how do I show up for my friends and family? It's, I made a decision that I wanted and I don't feel good about it now. How do I make this fine for everything? How do I make it better? It's, how do I make everything better? How do I make people happy with me? Right? Those kind of decisions. How do I make myself happy? Those kind of decisions. How do I make myself happy and make others happy? How do I make myself happy from making others happy? Sounds like a win-win if you ask me. Play around with that. Now that you know that, now that you know, if you found this reading here today, there is no coincidences. You found it for a reason. So now that you can have some kind of validation inside yourself, knowing that, like, you are crazy, but the kind of crazy that you are is a higher elevation of crazy than what crazy really is, or what you've known crazy to be. What you've known crazy to be is unsuccessful. And maybe crazy is successful. Your crazy is a very successful kind of crazy. And it is allowing you to show up in a sense where you're going, you take accountability for your life one way or another, but you're going to want to take accountability for your life in whatever direction you choose to go with this here today. Because whether you always go right, so you're gonna go right, or you have this visual choice in front of you and your anxiety says, I don't know what to do, so I'm not gonna choose anything. That's a choice too. And that's the choice you make, and that's the perfect choice. You get to accept that. If you hold your faith and you keep practicing your gratefulness, there's no such thing as a poor choice. Right? Only lessons. And lessons advance you further than no lessons. Right? So the double-edged sword is a win-win situation. It's funny, I got this harmony card on the bottom, and what was going through my head is this old kind of conundrum that I've wrapped my mind around, where the universe isn't quite duplicities, it's not paradoxes in this duplistic sense. I like to think of it as like quadruplexes. There are four sides to every coin, you know. Terrence Howard would say three. I would say four. I just like to throw the little extra one out there for the universe to have its hand in the mix too. We have three. This realm has three. But the universe always gets one as well. So, I think we're complete. I feel the message is spread all over this table here. Well enough for y'all. You're going to be fine. More than fine. Obviously, you're going to keep breathing. So, keep it going. Do what you got to do. And let the nature of the day unfold for you. That's the best way to see the path ahead. Is just observe. Just watch. Just watch yourself. If you would be so kind as to take a deep breath with me to lock any of this in that you agree with, that you like. Good morning. I hope everyone had a happy holiday. And I'm getting over being sickly myself. Having some energy shed out of my being. I know I'm going to go move some around today. I think it's good for everybody to move around a little today. Good for your mind, body, and soul. As always, with love. And until next time.